Don, are you surprised by some of the people? Because, I know that in the book you write about your personal experience, your life, and then obviously there must be a substantial focus on the last few years. Are you surprised by some of the people that at one time were very close to your father's presidency and perhaps close to him personally, who have very openly and very clearly turned on him?
I'm not surprised. My father seemed, actually ready for that. I mean, I write in the book, I sort of do a whole chapter on sort of, the prelude to his announcement. And, we went through the thing as a family and yada, yada. And I remember going down in the elevator with him this was June 16th, 2015, the day he announced. We sort of went down in the elevator. He got off in the lobby, went down to the escalator. We went down to go watch him. And he just looks me in the eye and he just goes, and now we find out who our real friends are. And I mean, truer words have not been spoken in life or politics. He just had a really innate understanding for people, for human nature. If you do, and say the things that you need to say to do what's right for this country and to get things done and to win, people they're gonna ostracize you. They're gonna run to the media. They're gonna go for that sort of leftist coverage. You see that today. Like the people who were Trump supporters, there's a couple out there that were big that, hey, supported me. And then 2 days later, they're turning on the president because, they're from New York and they're trying to raise a fund from, New York City Democrats. And, that's not going so well as a Trump supporter. So we're going to flip and we're going to, you see people's true human nature. And it's unfortunate that it's oftentimes very bad, to a point where it's sad. But what was cool about the moment when my father said that is, he recognized it, so it showed he really understood how the real world works. But more importantly, he knew how vicious it would be, and he did it anyway. He did it anyway because it was the right thing to do for America. It was the right thing to do for the people of this country who just want to live their American dream again, and had been failed so many times by politicians over and over, making promises, having no intention or, frankly, no ability to actually deliver on those promises because they just weren't competent in anything other than being politicians. They had no business understanding, no sense, and yet they're making $1 trillion decisions that our children and grandchildren will be beholden to. So it was really cool to see that he knew how bad it was and was willing to do it anyway, willing to take those hits because he didn't need this job, but he did it because it's the best thing for our future.
Clearly, the next year is going to be spent by you and other people in the president's inner circle trying to make sure that we have 4 more years of Trump. And I wish you well on that journey, and we'll do what I can from my perspective to help. Just wondering though, down the line, you think you might step into the arena in a different way?
Well, right now my only focus is 2020. I mean, I want another 4 more years of this. Obviously, he's accomplished incredible things despite unprecedented incoming. But unlike anything any president has ever taken before, and he's still getting it done. So I want a few more years of that to make sure that we can rid the swamp of some of these bad actors, that we can call out this nonsense. If we can do that, we can reset the course of this country in a positive way for many years to come. I do enjoy the game. I mean, I do like being out there. I like seeing the difference that it's making in people's lives. I've never really been much for the New York City sort of rubber chicken dinner charity circuit scene. I'm probably much more at home in many respects. In the Rust Belt, in the Midwest, out there, whether it's hunting, fishing, shooting, all my hobbies that bring me there. So it is so cool to see those people living better lives and having more opportunity, and not fearing for their children's futures in the same way. So I do like it, but again, for now, my only focus is 2020, and once we get that, we can talk.